If you want more clients in your credit repair business, you need to be focusing on these two things. Because if you're not focusing on these two things, it will cause you to shut down your credit repair business, and I don't want that to happen. What's up? My name is Dave Cousins, co-founder of the Credit Team. Now, the reason why I'm qualified to talk about this specific topic is because I generated $1 million multiple times in my credit repair business. And here's the proof to show you, okay? Now, to get that out the way, the reason why I was able to generate over $1 million in my credit repair business is based on these two things that I'm gonna share with you, okay? The first thing that you need to do is focus on this thing right here. Attention, okay? If you don't have attention, then how can you sell your services? Now, the reason why I'm qualified to talk about how to get attention is because I hit, another milestone. Now, you don't need 100,000 subscribers to get attention, right? You can have 1,000, 2,000, 3, like you don't have to have all these views to get clients, okay? Now, I want to talk about how to get attention, okay? Now, depending on what platform you're on, you can't rely on, let's just say, affiliate marketing. Well, you can't rely on realtors. You can't rely on people sending you leads, okay? Because that's not consistent. Unless you have, let's just say 100 or 1,000 realtors sending you, or loan officers sending you people on a consistent basis, okay? And if that was the case, you probably wouldn't be here. So if you're not trying to get a lot of people to send you people, then you have to know how to get attention on a daily basis, okay? Now, one of the best platforms out there to get attention on a consistent day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour is leveraging YouTube. Because with YouTube, it's all intentional. When it comes to YouTube, right? When people look up specific keywords or look up specific questions, guess what? They're trying to solve that specific problem, okay? So whatever problem they're going through, they're looking up information to solve it. So one of the best platforms out there is crafting videos and putting it on YouTube. Now, the reason why you want to put it on YouTube is because people are looking up questions on a day, hour, month by month basis. And when you craft your video and when you put in a specific title, when somebody's looking up, they'll find your video. Guess what? They'll find your video and you'll be able to become the hero to them. But the only way to become a hero is by actually putting yourself out there. So you want to get attention. What I see a lot in the industry is a lot of people are posting flyers, okay? Now, I'm gonna make a presentations on how to actually get attention, okay? Now, there are multiple ways to get attention to your credit repair business. And once you understand how to get attention, then you will never run out of leads or people to help, okay? So one of the ways to get attention is, of course, you can, of course, be on YouTube. You can also leverage Facebook Reels, because Facebook Reels, one of the things they're competing with is with TikTok, because of course TikTok with the short form. So Instagram Reels, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, all these different platforms, you can create short form videos to drive attention to your credit repair business, right? You can craft specific or answer specific questions in depending on what platform, but let's say, for example, you can make a 3-minute short form video talking about a specific problem that somebody is going through and crafting your message around that to help them with that specific problem, okay? Pick a platform and go all in on. Create content, okay? Post work, but one of the things people are having problem with is trusting. So when you create a post, that's hard to build trust with unless they already know you, like you, and quote unquote trust you, right? But to get new people on a day-to-day basis, right, you have to craft videos, right? You have to create content in a way to build trust. And the best way to build trust is finding questions people are asking, all right, searching for. They don't know it exists, but when they find your video, like, oh, I do have that problem, okay? So you want to craft videos based on those specific problems people are going through, okay? Now, when you find the questions people are going through, right? How to remove a collection, how to remove a charge off, how to remove a bankruptcy, how do I do this? How do I do that, right? Those questions people are searching for is because they having problems. One of the things they're having is they're staying up at night thinking about these collections on their report. They having, a lot of things going on in their head. Think about it, right? Collection agencies calling them over and over and over, sending them mail after mail. All these different things are going on with them. All right, so they are looking up how to actually solve their problem. And one of the best ways is for you to craft a video to solve that specific issue that's going on with them. So how do you craft a video? You call out the pain. That's your hook. You call out, hey, our collections keeping you up late at night? I have a solution that can help you, right? Call out the problem. And then when you call out the problem, they're going to listen to you because that's what they're going through right now. So when you call out that specific pain, that problem, now you got them in the hook. Now I want to share with you 5 steps to help you not stay up late at night with that specific collection on your mind, okay? This is what I went through, okay? Now you tell a story of yourself or somebody that you helped with that specific problem, okay? Tell a short story. And then when they hear the story, they're like, man, if that person got help, or I know they can help me as well. So they're gonna listen to the story. Now you're gonna talk about your solution. Step 1, here's what you need to do, right? Or here's what I would do. I will look to find this. And then step 2, that's step 3, okay? Step 4. Now, at the end of your video, they have 2 things, okay? You can tell them you could do it yourself, or we can get on the call or whatever that looks like. But you need to craft, let's just say, a lead magnet to get them from off of Facebook into your world. And your world is your email list. So you need to figure out a way. I'm gonna talk about it, right? That's the second most important thing is attention, and then having a lead magnet, all right? Because when you have a lead magnet, okay, or a way to get them off of the platform, now you can consistently follow up with them, okay? All right, get the attention, and then once you get the attention, you need to then convert them to become a lead. And then when you become a lead, then they can eventually become a client, okay, of yours. So what you got to do is create a lead magnet that will lead them away from pain, okay? So we're not going to say 5 things that's going to help you get a 750 credit score. Here are 5 mistakes that's costing you from getting a 750 credit score. You see, because now when you lead that way, they're gonna want to know the mistakes, okay, or 5 mistakes that's costing you from removing that collection, okay, versus 5 ways to remove a collection. You're leading them away from pain, okay, the problem that they're going through, and then they're most likely gonna download that lead magnet, which you want to collect their information, right? You want to get their name, you want to get their email, you want to get their phone number, and you also want to have that checkbox where it's saying, hey, you don't mind me following up with you after you get this, okay? The lead magnet is important because if you don't, or you can have them book a call with you as well to do a credit analysis, to break down what's going on with their report so they can have a better understanding, right? Either or, whatever works for you. Or you can tell them to text this specific number, text collections, and they can get this, right? A specific way so that they can become their viewer. Now you want them to become a lead, and now you have mechanisms to convert them from a lead to an actual client. And there are different ways you can do that depending on where they're at. And that's where the specific questions and the follow-up comes with it, because some people might not be able to afford your services. So you can offer them a do-it-yourself product, right? You can then have different offers based on where they're at to then become an actual client. But you got to be out there getting consistent attention, okay? Pick a day or a weekend, go to a specific place, rent out a place to where you can create content, book a studio time, craft videos, answer specific questions, and that whole weekend or whatever that looks like, you create content and you put that out on short, let's just say, Facebook Reels, Instagram, like you want to consistently post. And then every now and then you will make deep dive videos. So you'll make your in-depth video trainings, okay, where you can invite them to a class, or you can break down step by step on how to remove a collection, right? Or how to remove a charge off, or how you would do this, or how you will rebuild your credit, or how you will get access to funding, or how you will do this, right? You'll go more deep dive so they can then get more, or you build more trust with them. And these are the two things that will help you get more clients. And by you doing these two things and you servicing the clients, then they will refer other people. But you cannot rely on other people sending you leads so you can get clients. You have to put yourself out there. You're the business owner, all right? You can't rely on other people to do these certain things. Now, if you need more assistance and more help on how to actually make YouTube, hey, go grab my YouTube playbook. The link is gonna be pinned to the description, pinned to the comments, and it's gonna break down how to leverage or find the questions people are asking on a month-to-month, day-to-day basis.